Hey, for all of you out there actually thinking you're going to fight the good fight and you're going to win and you're going to help regain the mantle and glory of Western civilization, you're delusional. Let's get into why. Simple reason why is because of the existence of politically protected classes. Now, we can argue different class over this, that, whatever. But the fact is certain classes of people, protected classes, are allowed to do things that other classes of people, certain identity groups, are not. The very existence of this is why we will cease to be over the next few decades. And part of it is we can argue protected class this, identity group that. But the truth is we will never remove it because that would involve removing protected class status, protections, and privileges from women. Yes, women. 60% of total voters and 70% of total Democrat voters. Yes, you honestly expect them to vote against benefits and protections for themselves. If you do, you're delusional. And as long as you allow for one protected class and you allow special protections for that protected class, you must allow and give in to the demands of any other claimed protected class. Failure to do so is simply obvious and just like in your face evidence of systemic and social bigotry, because you'll give in to the demands of these people, but not those, while both are considered protected classes. Hopefully by now you realize that even if there is a conflict, and even if the Constitutionalists win, because the Constitutionalist side would have more men, they still lose. They lose because, well, the vast majority of these women are socialists. Would you ever trust them to not try and teach their children socialist crap inside the home? I wouldn't. So that leaves you the 27% of American women that consistently vote conservative. Of these, roughly 75% of them are over the age of 35, which is not good for breeding purposes. So if we were to extrapolate this, the population out, so roughly 157 million women, we can knock 75% of them right out the running right there. So now we're stuck with a little, let's just call it 32 million women. 75% of them are not of suitable breeding age. So that drops us down to less than 10 million women as a No. You're speaking of demographic collapse. Best to pull your head out of the sand and prepare your exodus. Look into nations that allow you to purchase a residency for $1,500 in income a month. Other nations, you're able to purchase a citizenship if you deposit $50,000 into a bank account. Learn the lesson from some of the Jewish people fleeing Europe in the late 1930s. Get a second passport. Leave while you can.